Namaste to all. I was reading this Mundaka Upanishad 1 by 7 and also listening to one of the explanation given by Swami Sarvapriyananda ji. The shloka is like this: Yetorna nabihi srijate ghrunate cha yata prithvyam oshadayah sambhavanti yata satah purushad keshalomani तथा अक्षर संभवति इह विश्वम तथा अक्षरात संभवति इह विश्वम. So in this shloka the rishi is telling to his shishya that how this universe gets created. He gives an example of the spider. He says if you see the web of the web of the spider is made from the spider itself, and again the web which is made by the spider is again destroyed by the spider itself. So he gives an example that similar to the spider which creates the web and which destroys the web, similar to this, he gives further 2 3 examples which I will explain to you. Similar to this, he says that tata akshara means Almighty God, sambhavati iha vishwam, he creates this universe. So he gives the example of spider and he says this universe gets created very similar to that. Just like spider creates the web, Almighty God creates this universe. So in explaining this shloka, first of all we must understand that everything, for something to be created we must have a raw material. For example, we say that a golden necklace is created. For necklace to get created we need to have gold. Gold is the upadan karana or raw material, and for creating the necklace we need the goldsmith who will design and who will produce and manufacture from gold. He will create the necklace. So the creator or the manufacturer or the goldsmith is called as the efficient cause or intelligent cause or nimitta karana. The gold is called as the upadana karana. Whereas Sarvapriyananda ji and also the Neo-Vedantis believe that for creation of the universe there is no separate upadan karana and separate nimitta karana. Both are same, that both are parabrahman. That's what they say. Listen to Swami Sarvapriyananda ji. I will try to play his video. I will listen to his audio. I'll try to put the speaker here.
The spider produces its product, the web, from its own body. So the body of the spider is the material cause, and the intelligent being called spider is the intelligent cause, nimitta karana. So in this spider are combined both the intelligent cause and the material cause. So it's a good example for Brahman. God is the creator of the universe, the intelligent cause of the universe. Who designed the universe? It's the old design theory. God designed the universe, intelligent cause. But with what? With what material? There's no other material other than God. Brahman alone exists. So from Brahman itself, in Vedanta Sar we learned this. Abhinna nimitta upadana karana. The indistinguishable, the one and only intelligent and material cause of the universe is Brahman. And we're talking about Saguna Brahman or Ishvara.
So what he said is, just like a spider web is created from spider itself, and in this case the spider body itself is the upadan karan or the raw material, and the spider being itself is the intelligent cause or the nimitta karana. Similarly, in the case of universe creation, the Brahman alone is the material. There is no distinguish between, or there is no separate material. Brahman alone is the material, Brahman alone is the Nimit Karana or the intelligent cause, and Brahman creates this universe. So it is all Brahman. This is what he is trying to interpret this shloka. So now we will understand the shloka in a little deeper sense. So shloka says, Yetorna nabihi srijate ghrunate. Urna nabihi means the spider. Just like the spider produces its web, and grinate means again it eats the web or it destroys the web, and the web again goes back into the spider's body. Similarly, God creates this universe just like the spider creates the web. And further the shloka says, cha and yata prithivyam oshadayah sambhavanti. So if you see the Prithvi, if you see the earth, Oshadaya means we can say plants and other herbs. So from the earth, every plant is coming out and then finally it gets destroyed. Of course, the destruction word is not given for the earth example. So it says Prithvyam Oshadaya Sambhavanti. From the Prithvi, from the earth, the Oshadis, the herbs are made. And also another example, he says Yeta Satah Purushat Kesha Lomani. Kesha means hair in the head and Lomani means hair in the body. So Yata Purusha, there is a Purusha, there is a man or maybe a woman, human being, Satah Purusha. So similarly, he gives the example of the web, the spider, he gives the example of the earth, from where earth the plants are growing, and similarly he gives an example that a human being, in his body the hair is growing. In the body the hair, Lomani means body hair, bodily hair, and Kesha means the hair in the head. So these are growing from the human body. This Tatha, similarly, Akshara, from this Almighty God, this universe is created. So Rishi is trying to explain this with this example, analogy. So how do we understand it? Is it really true that the Brahman becomes this universe? Because Vedas say that Brahman is always separate and the universe is always separate, and universe is made from Prakriti. This is what Vedas says. But here Upanishad says something else. Why it is contradicting? Actually, it is not contradiction. It has a very deeper meaning. See, let's understand it. I have explained this, I think, 3 years back, but it's always good to revise and understand again and again the concepts very clearly. So, Urnanabihi, the spider is there. Yes, the spider body produces the web. It's a very unique creation of Almighty God. That from the body of the spider the web is created. Similarly, from our own body the hair is created. Similarly, from the Prithvi, when you sow the seed from the Prithvi, the plants are created. But please carefully analyze internally. The body of the spider is non-alive matter. The spider itself is an alive matter. The spider means here Jivatma. Here also the Jivatma is the Nimitta Karana. The body of the spider is the Upadana Karana. The body of the spider is the raw material for the web. If the spider is non-alive, for example, somebody killed the spider, that means the Jivatma does not exist inside the body of the spider. Can the spider produce the web? No. That's what Veda says. Veda says without Nimit Karana and without Upadana Karana, creation cannot happen. The Upadana Karana or the raw material is the Prakriti. The Nimit Karana or the intelligent cause, who is the creator, is the Almighty God. So the same thing is mentioned here also. The spider's body is the raw material for the web. The spider Jivatma is the intelligent cause or the Nimitta Karana. If one of these two does not exist, the web cannot be produced. Similarly, in the Bhumi, earth is Jad Tattva, earth is non-alive, whereas the plant is an alive Jivatma. We all know, even scientifically we know, even from the Vedas we know that the plants, the herbs, the Oshadi are all live Jivatmas. Inside the plant the Jivatma exists. That's why the plant is able to grow. So the same Nimit Karana and Upadan Karana is valid there also. The Nimit Karana for the plant and the herbs is the soul, and the Upadan Karana is the earth, the raw material. Because the plant grows from the soil, it takes the power, it takes the nutrients from the soil, nutrients from the air, from the sun, etc. So both raw material as well as the raw material, which is Upadan Karana, and the Nimit Karana exist in that example also. And the third example is the human hair. When we are growing the hair from the body is raw material. But whereas we are Jivatma, you are alive, that's why your hair is growing. If you are not alive, the human body will become destroyed one day. Even if you suppose you are not burning the body, you are burying the body. After 100 years, 1000 years, 500 years, whatever it is, it will become skeleton. The hair and all will be gone. So the hair growth happens because of the presence of Upadana Karana, which is the human body. Similarly, Tata Aksharat Sambhavati Ihya Vishwam. Vishwam means this universe is created by the Aksharat, by the Almighty God's power. And that Almighty God is the Nimitta Karana. Of course, the Upadan Karana is not mentioned here, but what is the Upadan Karana? The Nimit Karana is the Chetan Jivatma. In the case of body, in the case of spider, it is Chetan Jivatma. When it comes to this universe creation, the Nimit Karana is the Chetan Paramatma. Jivatma cannot create the universe for sure. None of us can create this universe. None of us can create even a single leaf in this universe. We cannot create a single leaf or a vegetable or a plant or a body of a human being, etc. The universe is created by Almighty God, who is the Nimitta Karana. Akshara. Akshara means that Almighty God is never destroyed. He is ever omnipresent. He is ever alive. Chetan Paramatma creates this universe. But from what? From what? The answer is there in the Vedas very clearly. Here also the indication is there. Like the body of the spider, there is something else which is from which this universe gets created. That something else is similar to the body of the spider. Just alone the body of the spider cannot create the web. The spider Jivatma is needed for creating the web. Similarly, just alone the spider's Jivatma is not able to create the web. The body of the spider also is needed. Similarly, the Chetan Akshara Paramatma alone cannot create the universe. The Chetan Paramatma will need the body, will need the raw material Upadan Karana, which is called as Prakriti in the Vedas. This shloka does not speak specifically about Prakriti, but the inner meaning has to be understood based on the analogy given. Upanishads are secretive knowledge. Upanishads cannot be understood by superficial reading. See, now you understand the difference between a Neo-Vedanta. Swami Sarvapriyananda ji, he promotes the Vedanta. The Vedanta does not mean the essence of Vedas. He promotes the Neo-Vedanta, which speaks that Brahman is the Upadan Karan, Brahman is the Nimitta Karan of the universe. He quotes that kind of example. Whereas this example itself proves that Upadan is separate, the raw material is separate, and the Nimit, the intelligent, the efficient cause is separate. Almighty God is separate. So the Neo-Vedanta contradicts the Vedic Dharma. People understand, see why it is important to understand that Neo-Vedanta is separate from Vedic Dharma, because the Neo-Vedanta says everything is Almighty God. If everything is Almighty God, you are also Almighty God, I am also Almighty God. So why there is need for a Upasana? If I am Almighty God, why I should worship? I just have to find that I am Almighty God, which is absolutely absurd concept, absolutely against Almighty God. That's what today morning I made a video in Tamil, where Almighty God says that Nattam Vidata Ya Ima, you do not know that Almighty God because you are in ignorance. This kind of concept explained by Swamiji here is imagination. They do not know who is Almighty God. They do not know what is Prakriti. They do not know what is Paramatma. They do not know the purpose of the creation of the universe. If Parabrahman itself is the Upadan Karana, why he must create the universe? Parabrahma is the Upadan Karana, he is the raw material, he is the Nimit Karana, then why the need for a universe? The need for the universe is very simple. Jivatma does the deeds. I go and kill somebody. If the universe does not exist, how will I get the punishment? So God creates the universe for providing justice to the Jivatmas. Somebody is getting killed, the person who gets killed is the victim. I am the killer. So I must be punished and the victim must get the benefit because he has undergone pain unnecessarily. So God will establish, by creating this universe, God establishes dharma. God gives punishment to me, and God protects, or God gives the rewards to the victims. This we must understand. These are the concept of the Vedic Dharma, which contradicts with the Neo-Vedanta. They say that just like the spider, they say spider being, but what is spider being? Spider being is Jivatma, which he does not explain. He cannot explain, because if he explains, he knows maybe, but if he explains, it will contradict to the Neo-Vedanta. And Neo-Vedanta is not propagated by Adi Shankaracharya. Please understand. In the name of Adi Shankaracharya, somebody else propagated Neo-Vedanta, because Adi Shankaracharya cannot tell something which is against Vedas. Vedas very clearly speak about Vedic Traitvad, Jivatma, Paramatma, Prakriti. These three are eternal. From the Prakriti, Almighty God creates the universe, And why he creates the universe? For the Jivatma, for establishing dharma, for establishing justice. So these concepts we must very clearly understand. I hope you understood. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.